Let me just say, we were glad to have the Vice President up as our guest. I think his briefing on reinventing government was very, very helpful, and I think it's the first step towards a real effort to reach out on both sides and to find a lot of common ground. There are many things that Vice President Gore is accomplishing in the Reinventing Government program, which is frankly worth doing and is helpful and is going to improve the quality of American government and lower its cost. And we want to be aggressively in partnership.
Mr. Vice President, one of the Republican leadership team just moments ago came out to say that House Republicans are not pleased with the deal that Clinton made for Mexico, that basically they wish that the president had made a greater case for it, and he said there would be hearings on the very issue.
Let me comment, because he's here as our guest, and I think it was very unfortunate to remember the leadership come out when the Vice President's here being very helpful and very cooperative, frankly. The President of the United States took a very difficult decision yesterday. It's not the one he would, I think, most have preferred, but it was a realistic assessment by the leaders of both parties about how much time and effort it would take to go a legislative route. The President exercised his authority. He took a tremendous burden on his shoulders. He did what key leaders like Alan Greenspan, the Republican appointee and chairman of the Federal Reserve, thought was necessary. And I think people at a minimum should recognize that the President had the courage to do what he was being told by very sophisticated experts was vital to reinforce international markets. Anybody who watched what was happening not just in Mexico, but in other markets can appreciate that the President acted decisively. Now, it's easy to say, well, we shouldn't have done that. But there weren't many folks up here who were eager to explain several million additional illegal aliens. There weren't many people up here eager to explain how they would have reacted 60 days from now if it was a genuine problem across the whole planet. And I think it's easy to say, in retrospect, that there are always 15 other answers. The fact is, the most sophisticated financial leaders all agreed, including critics of the details, agreed that something decisive had to be done because the world financial system was being shaky. I said yesterday that I commended the President, and I think that we'll have plenty of time for hearings, but the hearings ought to look at the totality of the situation. And I don't think it's fair to focus either on the President or Vice President.
Let me comment briefly by saying, first of all, a word of thanks to the Speaker, and also to Senator Dole and to Senator Daschle and Congressman Gephardt for strongly supporting our country and the President as he made a very difficult decision. The President decided that he was going to go ahead and solve the problem on his own authority.